Alright, so before we've always done a toy. So if I want to get, for example, the first argument, I can do int argument 1 equals a toy, and then I'm going to say argv1. Now this is kind of dangerous. If I don't have that many arguments, it's going to crash my program. So I'm going to actually do a real quick check. So if argc is less than 2, so if I don't have at least the program name and one argument, I want to go ahead and close out this program. To do that, I can either put this whole other part of the program in else, or else I can just do an early return. So return 0. That's going to go ahead and close this main function right away. So early returns are okay, and they make sense. I'm basically saying, hey, we need to return early. Now, if I go ahead and run this, I get implicit use of this, and plus I never did a print statement. But to fix this, I can fix one of them real quick. I can do a pound include and standard lib. And you notice the major libraries are with the kind of like a HTML type code blocks. If it's a personal library, you're going to have quotes around it. Alright, so that just leaves me an unused variable. I can do a printf. My argument was, I'm going to do a %b since it's an integer. And let's say argument 1. Now I could have called this argument 1 any variable in the world. I could have called it Bob, Frank, anything. So if I run this, I'm still going to get nothing because it's returning right here. And I can test that if I can click, if I put a little breakpoint right here, I can do a run. It's going to get to that point. If I step in, I see it goes there, return 0, done. So I can do a stop. Let's go ahead and put an argument in. I'm going to go to my edit schemes. I'm going to say 5.5. Click OK. Run. My argument was 5. I noticed I lost that 0.5. That's because it's an integer. It drops it. So I'm going to change this to a float. And if I run it, my argument was 46. That's completely wrong. And you notice I get this major warning converting to an int when it's a double. I need to change this to toy to an alpha to f. And then that should actually work. And another problem, my %d needs to be %g. If I run that, there's my 5.5. So with integers, it's a %d and it's a toy. With floats, it's a %g and it's atof, so alpha to float. So do you want a float or do you want an integer? And then the toy has always worked without the include standard lib, but the atof, that requires the standard lib. Otherwise you'll get back gibberish. So for example, I'm going to go ahead and just delete that out and run it. My argument was 2. That's not correct. But if I put that standard lib back in, now my argument's correct. So from now on, you probably want to include standard lib if you want to use the toy or the alpha to float.